floodwater continues to subside this morning. Residents across much of the northwest of England have been coming to terms with real devastation that's been left behind.
Yes, Breakfast John Maguire has spent the morning in the Cumbrian market town of Cockermouth, where many people have had to be evacuated from their homes over the past few days, John. And just looking behind you, you can really get a sense of all the damage that has been done.
Yeah, Louise, you're absolutely right. You know, so many memories, flashbacks really to 2009 when this place was last hit so hard by flooding, slightly different flooding this time around. But you can see, look at this, all of the carpets from the shop. There's the high street here dominated by white vans and by skips as businesses are trying really desperately to get back on their feet. We travelled right across this part of Cumbria yesterday, starting in Appleby yesterday morning. We made a road trip across here to arrive in Cockermouth last year. Some of the UK's finest scenery, you have to admit, but it's also been hit by some of the UK's worst weather.
This is a land defined by water, but this part of Cumbria has seen more than it would like in recent days. Although the consensus is that this has been the worst flooding anyone can remember, many of these communities are prepared and know exactly what to do.
I even had grandchildren working yesterday because the schools were closed, but yeah, the local scaffolding firm turning up, that was sort of 4 men. The Royal Oak in Appleby, they sent somebody down and he worked really hard all morning.
From Appleby, we're heading west and discover yet more shocking evidence of nature's strength.
Well, we were just driving along the banks of the River Eden. We came across this caravan park. Just have a look at the destruction that's been caused by the force of the water on the other side of the bank there. Those mobile homes, those caravans have been smashed together and smashed up against the trees. Obviously completely destroyed. There are gas bottles in the water. There's all sorts of detritus just spread everywhere along the riverbank. It's more akin to the sort of thing you see in Tornado Alley in the United States, not really Cumbria in the UK.
This is Braithwaite near Keswick. Very few homes here were lucky to escape unscathed, unsoaked, as the waters rose so suddenly. They've removed hundreds of tons of material from this channel.
Came down, turned the corner yesterday morning just to be met by a scene of utter devastation. Biblical scenes, never seen them before, and yeah, gobsmacked.
Now this is Braithwaite and a really quite extraordinary scene. You can see the beck here. This is the water flowing down Coaldale Beck. Essentially so much wood, so many trees have washed down. They've created a huge dam. Look at the river level. It's way above where it should be, above the road indeed. That then forced the water to take its own course through the village, causing devastation, flooding many, many properties here.
Very, very fortunate.
Around every corner, it seems, there's an insurance assessor dealing with the damage. The path of destruction is so widespread.
That's been the big difference this time. I mean, in the sort of 2009 floods in Cockermouth and Keswick and Workington, it was just really those 3 towns that were affected, so we were able to pull in from all over the north of England. This time, because so many places have been hit in Cumbria, we've had to pull in people from all over the UK.
Many fought hard in a vain attempt to make their homes impenetrable.
Was it a frightening experience?
Absolutely. It just came all of a sudden. We thought we were coping, and then the bridges broke on the river and came into the main bridge, and just there was a tidal wave of water just came, and everybody just had to run and get into the houses and get barricaded in. Yeah, never experienced anything like that before.
Continuing west on our journey through the Lake District, you're reminded that an area so beautiful can also be so cruel.
So we're in Main Street in Cockermouth. This is the toy shop, open and trading. As you can see, so many other businesses aren't walking along Main Street last night. Every single business pretty much had people in there still clearing up. Let's talk to the owner, John. We're also going to talk to Steve from the Mountain Rescue Team and to Ruth, another business owner as well. Compare it to 2009 for us, John T. Personally worse? How did it hit the town? What differences would you say there were?
It's definitely not as bad as 2009. When I walked in here for the first time this time, my feeling was one of relief because I immediately knew that we were going to be able to sort it out. And the town as a whole has really been able to bounce through it, and bearing that, we're determined to have our food festival at the weekend, and we're just going to carry on as normal as much as we can.
Yeah, well done. Poor old Jonty got a poke in his eye for his efforts clearing up. Steve, your cruise with the mountain rescue team just had an extraordinary few days, didn't you? Did you say 72 hours?
Yeah, absolutely. The 12 Lake District Mountain Rescue teams have been out and working for 72 hours, 3 days, 2 nights. I think last night was the first proper night of sleep many of them got. It's been really not just a local mountain rescue effort or rescue effort overall, and not just Cumbrian, it's been national. We've had teams from Yorkshire, from Lancashire, from North Wales, from the Peak District, and offers from as far afield as Cornwall for teams to come up. So it's been a real team effort, particularly with the other agencies.
Huge effort,
massive effort. The support from the local community has also been incredible, bringing food and supporting the teams. I think the local businesses and the residents here are the real heroes out of all this.
Job, haven't they? Absolutely. Ruth, your shop we were in just half an hour ago, Zebra, just up the road, unfortunately still closed.
Yes.
A different experience, I suppose, for you. You've only been in business for 18 months here.
That's right, yes. This is our first experience of flooding, but in a way that's enabled us to be a little more enthusiastic, I suppose, and get over the shock a little more quickly, because we haven't got that same sense of deja vu that a lot of the business holders and obviously the homeowners as well.
But lots to look forward to on the weekend. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. Cockermouth by candlelight. The town will look magnificent again. The comparison between last Saturday and this Friday, Saturday and Sunday, people need to come and have a look, because it's going to be absolutely wonderful. We're determined that the town will be back at its best.
You will bounce back, and the food festival following up on the weekend. We'll just leave you with this look. These bags were made by local business owners after the floods in 2009. Cockermouth open for business. It's their message here once again 6 years later. Back to you guys.
Very good luck to them all. John, thank you very much. Thanks.
5 to 9. Hollywood Partnerships can